Okay, so when we're looking at this problem, they tell us that we need to multiply and then evaluate for x equals 4. Now, yes, that is what this problem is doing. It's a multiplication problem. You can see right there we have the multiplication symbol between these two things, but we're really not going to multiply too much. What we're going to do is we're going to factor things down, cancel out as much as possible, and then plug in 4 where we can, because it's going to be a lot easier if we do it that way. So we have to remember, again, different ways that we factor. So this first one here, that's a difference of squares, just like one of our earlier problems. So we would square root both terms, and we're going to end up with a 3x plus 5 and a 3x minus 5. That's still going to be over x plus 3 times, we can take out an x on that top term, that top factor, I guess it would be. And now this bottom part, this is kind of a nasty thing to factor because we have that coefficient in front of the x squared. But realize what the problem is asking you to do, or like the way that you do the problem. We're trying to cancel things out. So if we're canceling things out, I'm going to assume that it's going to be one of these factors. And then you can just find out what your other factor would be based on that one that you figure out. So I'm just going to try one, and if it doesn't work, then I'm going to try the other one. So I'm going to say 3x minus 5, just because I want something to cancel out. So if I say 3x minus 5, then based on our rule of adding up and multiplying to get different things, so if I multiply to get negative 15, this would have to be an x plus 3. So then what I'm going to do to check that is I'm going to say, figure out your inside and outside terms. So that's going to be 9x, that's going to be negative 5x, and that will give us that 4x. So that's the right combination right there. If that didn't work, again, I would have just tried the other term, and then if that didn't work, I would try to figure something else out. So like I said, we have everything factored down as much as possible. So at this point, we can start canceling things out. So everything that's left over here, now I need to plug in an x equals 4. So that's going to be 3 times 4 is 12, plus 5 is 17, times, just the x is just going to be 4, all over, what do we have? X plus 3 down there, so that's going to be over a 7. So let's see, 4 times 17 would end up being 68 over 7. I'm just going to leave it like that because 68 and 7, 7 doesn't go into 68 nicely.